Hey folks, welcome to another episode from Ampro Engineering. In this episode, we'll do a time-lapse video of me putting the Graupner Pinto decals from MCI Racing onto Project Pointless. You can see the body has been all color sanded. It looks, well, doesn't look glossy anymore. But once we put these on, we will clear coat over the entire car. And prior to that, we're going to paint these parts of the cage here. We'll probably paint that black to match the roll cage, the standard roll cage, and then install the auxiliary lights. And then we'll have a completed Graupner Pinto or Panda Pandamonium, Varicom Pandamonium, whatever you call the thing. So let's get started.
Take these blinders off my eyes. I just wanna see the sky. Leave behind your disguise. It'll be alright. Help me see the world the way it was, and say it didn't happen just because. Frequencies report distances unknown, messages received in cryptic tones. Skyscrapers unite to block my line of sight, tearing down walls to see the light. We don't always disagree.
Decal installation went well. I really like how they look, and then I clear coated it with 2 coats of Testors Clear. We might do a color sand, but I usually don't like doing that, mainly because I don't like to polish bodies with this much, you know, these jagged edges and such. So I think we might leave it alone because it looks fantastic. I'm really happy with the gloss. I like how the charcoal paint looks with the Graupner Pinto stripes, and I'm also really happy with how the damage on the body came out, because I mean, you can see how sharp and crisp that rear wing was versus how bad it was before. I think at this point here we have to install this panel right here. This was missing up until I got that spare Graupner Pinto, and we'll just pop this on here, set that there, and then it's just one little screw that holds it all in. So that filler panel has been installed, and next we'll put in our lamps here. Spotlights are in. I think it looks good. You know, the contrast between the yellow spotlight and, well, really no other yellow anywhere else looks pretty good. The second to the last step is going to be installing it on the chassis. This little plate here was custom made. Again, it was in the other Graupner Pinto that I was working on, and I really liked it because it did tidy this area up. I moved the receiver underneath here, which barely fit, I might add. And this Novak, the cooling fins are going to protrude right in this small area, so I got super lucky with that. The only difficult part about the installation here is making sure that I get a short enough screw right there so that when I tighten it down, it doesn't crack the Bondo. So we've got a very small 8mm Tamiya self-tapping screw that we'll put in, and that should do the trick. The last little bit that's going to complete this is installing the roll cage, which does act as the anchor point for the rear of the body. The screws go through the chassis, through the body, and then they thread into these posts here. It's a little strange, but it works. This is yet another part that came from the donor car, as the one from this car wasn't broken, but was really badly road rashed. So that's going to go in here, and I will screw that in. The roll bar has been installed, and unless I'm forgetting something, that means Project Pointless is done. And there it is. I simply did not anticipate that this car would look as good as it currently does. The charcoal color scheme, I think, was a pretty safe bet, as it really didn't affect the factory decals very much. My ultimate goal was to get rid of as much of the yellow as I could, not because I have any particular problem with the yellow, it's that every single one of these has yellow all over it. The shocks, the rims, and I wanted to get away from that. To even the casual observer, the lack of the correct yellow wheels is very apparent. It's not that I didn't like those wheels, it's that I couldn't even look at the car with those wheels. I don't know. For me, they did not do the car any favors, and these wheels are directly pulled from my Panda Cyclone. So they are genuine Panda wheels, which I suspect are just Tamiya wheels that they gold plated. The tires are the same style. The fronts are not, but they are a very similar style to the originals, and I happen to like them very much. Also, they were mounted to the rims and I was simply too lazy to remove them. I think this car may see some future upgrades. For example, this vent area behind the wheel is begging for some kind of a vent or grill, and maybe even the area behind this cowling here could use some kind of bling or upgrade. We shall see. Maybe exhaust pipes, who knows. Right now, I am super happy with the look of the car. The fact that it does have the oil-filled shocks and the different style wheels, I think a little more of an aggressive wheel, really changes the look of the car. I'm very, very happy with it. So in the next video that you see of this car will most likely be the buyer's guide. Now that we have a stock one and we've got this slightly upgraded one here, we can compare the two and see if a Panda Pandamonium or Varicom Pandamonium or Graupner Pinto is in near future. So to those of you who have sat with me through this entire ongoing, never-ending, ridiculous, pointless, utterly useless project, thank you all so much for watching. I certainly hope it was worth your time to see a car go from basically trash into a nice little gem that you usually wouldn't see every day. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll post some more images of this on Facebook and Instagram. And remember, before you take off, check out the band Blue Pinto, who graciously allows me to use their songs in my videos. Any link to their website is in the end credits. Thank you all so much. And the Panda Pandamonium / Varicom Pandamonium / Graupner Pinto thanks you for watching.